Now, what we will see, the stage is all set, a fierce battle all set to take place. On one side will be the BJP, on the other side will be the TMC. Now, joining me today, Dr. Shatorupa, who is a BJP spokesperson, and Monojit Mondal, who is a political analyst. Coming to you first, Dr. Shatorupa, do you think BJP will be able to win the state of West Bengal? See, tall claims were being made the last time also.
Firstly, I'm not an astrologer, and I don't want to compare the earlier 2021 to 2026 because lots of stuff has happened in these 5 years. But as far as today is concerned, let me tell you, Aishwarya, like the rest of the country, whenever the Prime Minister of India, the Honorable Prime Minister of India, sets foot on the soil, the whole atmosphere becomes electric. And
True.
that is what has happened today again. And that is why you hear these, hate sentences from people who are practically grime of the earth, like Kunal Ghosh and the rest of them. They call the Honorable Prime Minister a political tourist and, start shaming him on a personal level. And unnecessary. I mean, they don't want to. They want to shy. They kind of. I think it's a fear psychosis that they have the moment that the Prime Minister lands in West Bengal. Look at the atmosphere. I mean, these are people who we don't pay to bring. This kind of spontaneous reaction to the Honorable Prime Minister doesn't happen with money. You don't buy this kind of natural sentiment. This is what strikes a chord of fear in the hearts of these Trinamool people. And what the Prime Minister is saying, Aishwarya, is absolutely correct. It is infringement, and infringement, which is the whole basis of the Trinamool government. Look at the amount of unabated violence which is happening. They're breaking up BDO offices, they're stopping trains, they're beating up Hindus. They're just going crazy. I mean, why? Because Form 7 is being tackled right now, where people are being identified as non-Indians. And they don't want BJP or anybody
Massive
to submit
infiltration.
Form 7.
That's what you're pointing at. That's what you're pointing at.
Absolutely. And the people who are on the roads, who have created these riots in specifically 4 places as of the last 48 hours, are all the people who are going to be thrown out from the voters list. So the Trinamool is fearful. Trinamool is fearful because they're going to lose most of their votes. So that they're blazing all guns on the Honorable Prime Minister. That's what is happening.
Taking your point to Monojit Mondal now. Monojit, we have seen how it's not the first time Prime Minister is speaking about the fact that there are a lot of people from across the border who now have come into the state of West Bengal and a kind of demographic change is happening. Do you believe, Monojit, that this is something that we will see becoming the pole plank? And this is something that the TMC has been against. The TMC has been saying that all these allegations, all these claims are false.
First of all, I take her point that whenever Prime Minister lands in Bengal, the atmosphere becomes absolutely electrifying and people get the shock of their life, like they're getting in the form of SIR. Look at how people are being, made to stand in the queue. People of 100+ years, the women of 100+ years, they are being made to stand in the queue and prove that they are Indian citizens. And most of the people who are actually getting out of the electoral list, there are actually citizens of this country. One particular citizen, she voted for all the parliamentary elections in this country since 1955, 100+ year old. She had to go to the polling station to prove her credentials as an Indian. So that's what people are getting, the shock of their life. And if you talk about the infiltration, I do believe that this is BJP's political tool and nothing else. BJP doesn't want to solve this problem. Had they been really wanting to solve this problem, the first state they should target is Assam. While historically speaking, maximum number of infiltration takes place even now. And here she was talking about the electoral list. I challenge her to prove that the people who are getting out of the electoral list are Rohingyas and Bangladeshis. Most of them are Matua voters. Most of them are Hindus. And they are all agitating against this government, including their MP. Including the Mothua MP, he even at times, sings a different kind of tune. I think the people have already decided
Monojit,
to go to
are
which
you
favor.
against the SIR exercise that's taking place in the state of West Bengal? Are you
We are
fundamentally
against
against
the
it?
harassment of we are against the harassment of people. And you have
Okay,
seen, Miss
okay.
Falia, how people have died, not just in Bengal. At least 50 election officers have died, and dozens of common people have died. The people are getting, I mean, even Amartya Sen is getting, notice to prove his credential. A Nobel laureate like Amartya Sen. So many celebrities are, getting the notices for proving their credential. Why? Why should I prove that I'm an Indian? I'm not an Indian. This is the election commission. I think is making a mockery of them. And Mr. Ganesh Kumar never visited Calcutta. Never ever. He is just watching the fun from Delhi and taking instruction from Mr. Amit Shah. Who doesn't know that this man is what actually handpicked by Mr. Amit Shah and Mr. Modi? Everyone knows. Look at the kind of political dividends his family has got. I'm making this charge on your television that
Right.
Mr. Ganesh Kumar, in lieu of benefiting BJP, has got
But
family benefit.
Monojit, these are the
I'm
allegations
making this
that
stand
you
up.
are
This is my
putting at the
responsibility.
moment. But
No, this is my responsibility. I'm taking responsibility. I'm saying this on TV that Mr. Ganesh Kumar, in lieu of benefiting BJP, has got family benefit. His family members have got plum posts. If I'm wrong, please file a case against me. If I'm factually incorrect, please file a case against me. Why is he harassing people? I want to understand. Why should the people of this country stand in the queue to prove that they are Indians? Why? I want to understand this.
Monojit, taking your point to Shatorupa now, see, whenever the TMC speaks, Shatorupa, of the SIR, they point fingers at the CEC, that is the Chief Election Commissioner Ganesh Kumar. Here also we are saying that they believe that people who are standing in the queues are actually Indians, and they should not be made to stand in queues to prove that they are the ones who have been voting in India over the past many decades.
Aishwarya, first of all, I think Monojit needs to either pull up his socks or start studying a little bit more. Probably he's got a lot of free time from his classes. What is happening now is not a question of Indians or not in non-Indians. People who are being called now are
Right.
the ones whose forms are not matching. So, I mean, if you've been listed as something in
Yes.
2002, and if your name is not matching, which is quite possible, or your spelling is not matching, or the address, there is a question of, something which you know very well, there is a left column and a right column, which both need to match. Otherwise, AI picks up these questions, and that is why these people are automatically being called. And I think the procedure of the hearing for most people, for almost say 97% of the people, are quite smooth. Now, Monojit is very concerned about some 100+ women who I have actually not seen. I don't know of this kind of information who some 100+ woman is being called.
But
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 however, there
but
are
there are
very many
cases.
old people. Yes,
But
there are.
yeah. But there
There
are
are,
some cases.
yes,
Some
Aishwarya,
cases.
yes, Aishwarya. There are some cases which I agree, even as a BJP spokesperson, should have been dealt with a little more sensitively. And the moment the Election Commission realized, Election Commission has said that there is an option of, being called home. The observers can go home. But that aside, can you justify any kind of this kind of strong action or riotous action on observers just because you don't like the CEC? I mean, Ganesh Kumar, I'm sure is quite capable of answering all the political attacks, all the personal attacks which is happening on him.
Right.
But
Right.
why?
Many
Why
attacks.
would you throw stones on C. Murugan's cart? And this is the political tradition of Trinamool. They will break. They will throw petrol on the LOP's car, the leader of opposition's car. They will attack Shukanto Majumdar's car. They will attack JP Nadda's car. Why? What sort of state are we living in that you go and break the DM's office just because you don't like the process of the hearing? You go and create a ruckus in High Court because the chief minister has gone and grabbed some files just because the ED was being very polite. Is this democracy? Is this a civilized state
I
that
will
we're
take,
living in
the
right
points
now?
that you have made, Shatorupa, I'll take them to Monojit. Monojit, see, one of the things which even we have seen, and many videos actually come from the state of West Bengal, where we are actually seeing a lot of violence taking place. So with regards to that, is there an answer from the TMC side, from the government side, with regards to what they are trying to do to contain the kind of violence that we have seen?
You see, these are spontaneous agitation. No
There you
government
go.
should support violence. Even we do not support violence. But these are spontaneous reactions on the streets from the people. Why should they go? There is no remedy to this trouble. And I'm giving you three examples. I'll not talk about nonsense, okay? Amartya Sen was called because the age difference between him and his mother was 15.
Yes,
Why
yes,
it should not
yes,
be?
yes.
Because Amartya Sen's mother was married at the age of 12 and 13. That was legal at that point of time. It happened in 1920s, right? Over 100 years ago. Oh, that was quite legal. That's why he was called. And someone else is being called because in fact, the people who are being called, they have already been mapped. Not the people who are not being mapped, not the people who are out of this 58 lakh people. And point number two, some people were very much alive and kicking, they are being seen as dead voters. And Mr. Abhishek Banerjee has I think paraded with these people. Yes, he has shown these people on the stage that
But you know,
what Mr. Ganesh Kumar had to say about
Monojit,
that.
the debate is not on whether the SIR should be done or not. There are certain allegations that the BJP has been pinpointing. The BJP says there is massive corruption. They are also saying that there is massive encroachment that is happening, infiltration that is happening. Do you believe that both these things, the corruption part as well as the massive infiltration part, do you believe this is actually happening, has been happening in the state of West Bengal?
So let's take corruption first. Who is investigating Shraddha Nardhan for how many years? 12 years? 13 years? Since 2014? How many convictions? How many charge sheets? You have jailed many of our people, including the ministers. Nothing happened. Shraddha is happening since 2014, Nardha since 2017. And this quote unquote coal scam, the FIR was registered on 27 November 2020, and only after 6 years you wake up to raid an office, public office, while you think that you are going to get incriminating evidences. I mean, whom are you fooling? And now come back to the issue of infiltration.
Right.
Who is manning the borders? Who is responsible for holding the border? And even then, I challenge BJP. After the SR, let them identify how many infiltrators are there in the electoral list. We want to see how many Rohingyas. BJP said, 1.2 crores of Rohingyas. How many Rohingyas have you found so far? I challenge BJP. I challenge the Election Commission of India, and BJP has almost become the spokesperson of Election Commission of India. I challenge both of them to show us the Rohingyas roaming in the streets of Calcutta and finding themselves in the electoral laws. I challenge them. This is an open challenge from us.
I am taking your challenge to the BJP. Shatorupa, see, the TMC has been maintaining, not now, over the past many years, that A, infiltration is not happening. They also point fingers at the central government, and they say that the border security is something that the central government should be looking at.
I'll come to this question, but I want to raise something that you just mentioned earlier. You were talking about the law and order. When I was pointing out about the stone throwing on people, you asked Monojit. Now, let me tell you, yesterday was Friday, and the Chief Minister of West Bengal, very nicely, very sweetly, she said, no, on Fridays, this community, they assemble, and it's perfectly okay for them to go on a ride. I mean, she didn't say on a ride, but she did say that they congregate and they sometimes throw stones, and it's all very fine. You got the comment. It's not something that I'm making up. Now, this is the attitude of the Chief Minister of West Bengal, that it's perfectly fine if one community comes and does all this, and she invites, in no uncertain terms, I'm using the word invite, people over from the border, and she says, yeah, she will break her roti into half and share it with them. And even if there are some posts where there have been nooks and crannies where people may have come in, but the question that the Honorable Home Minister has been raising, if they have come in, after that, what did the local police do? Why have there been institutions, literally, Aishwarya, institutions where they have been, their entire paperwork is supplied for, they have been made into sleeper cells, they have been given accommodation, they're even there touring. Their holiday plans have been made. I mean, they go all over India and throw a few bombs here and there. There is
Right.
absolutely no problem. Everywhere you'll find a Bengal connection. And that Bengal connection lands up with, unfortunately, the Chief Minister of West Bengal. They're all tied together. Maybe Monojit is also a sleeping cell. I have really no idea. And
We
look
should
at him.
wait.
He's getting so excited to
No,
answer.
no, no, no.
Oh, my God.
We should not be making these kind of allegations. Dr.
No,
Shatorupa,
Monojit knows
from
very well.
Thank you for your comments. Monojit Mondal, also political analyst. Thank you, both of you, so much for joining me on this broadcast. We did see the things becoming pretty aggressive, and that's exactly what we will see on the ground also with regards to West Bengal.